Flint West reporting from the Digital Drainpipe. Title: CBDCs ain't currency wars. They're settlement plumbing. They're selling it like a revolution. China just launched a digital RMB that bypasses SWIFT. 40% of global trade can now settle without the dollar. They throw out numbers. They throw out headlines. And they expect you to believe that the greenback just got knocked out by a blockchain upgrade. But here's what they're not saying. This ain't a currency war. It's a plumbing retrofit. China didn't roll out a new dollar. They built a tunnel, and only central banks can drive through it. No one in Nigeria is using e-CNY to buy groceries. No one in Argentina is saving in digital yuan to escape inflation. This isn't about free-floating trust or global usage. It's about state-sanctioned pipes, rerouting flow away from the American chokehold. Sure, mBridge is real. It lets the PBOC settle trades with Thailand, UAE, Saudi Arabia, fast and clean, without SWIFT snooping over their shoulders. But you can't download an app and start sending the e-CNY to your cousin in Brazil. You can't walk into a Zambian bank and open a renminbi savings account. There's no reserve function, no retail rail, no open convertibility. The e-CNY doesn't float. It's not free. It's not global. You know what it is? It's programmable, permissioned, and politically polite to the party. And that's the punchline. CBDCs aren't here to liberate. They're here to control flow, observe endpoints, and cut out foreign intermediaries. They're not weapons of monetary mass destruction. They're national firewalls with a payments interface. Meanwhile, the dollar, yes, still bloated, still arrogant, still wounded, moves freely across continents. People hoard it in shoeboxes, price oil in it, send it over PayPal, hold it on Tether, smuggle it in suitcases, and beg to earn it. The dollar doesn't need a central bank node to move. It lives in your pocket, not behind a firewall. So here's the truth they won't print in the think tanks. CBDCs aren't money for the masses. They're pipes for the mandarins. They don't end dollar dominance. They just dodge it quietly. And until a digital currency can survive in the wild, outside of state control, outside of central bank choreography, it's not a challenger. It's a convenience. You're not watching the end of the dollar. You're watching the rerouting of empire plumbing under the floorboards of geopolitics. Watch the water, follow the pipes, and don't get distracted by the faucet. All right, everyone, let's take a moment to decode the headlines and ground ourselves in reality. What you see behind me is a side-by-side comparison of two currencies, the US dollar, the reigning global reserve, and China's e-CNY, the digital renminbi currently being trialed in cross-border settlements. Let's go line by line. Row 1, used by individuals globally. The US dollar is used by ordinary people around the world, whether it's a farmer in Zambia, a shopkeeper in Argentina, or a tourist in Bangkok. The e-CNY? Not yet. It's not something average people can use outside of China. It's not accepted in shops, apps, or informal markets abroad. Row 2, peer-to-peer app payments globally. You can send dollars across borders using PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, Wise, you name it. USD is integrated into countless payment platforms. The e-CNY is tightly controlled, no peer-to-peer functionality outside China. It doesn't flow through global apps or fintechs. Row 3, central bank reserve asset. Central banks everywhere hold dollars. It's the primary reserve asset on Earth. The e-CNY? Only China holds it. Other countries don't hold it in meaningful volumes. There's no deep, liquid offshore market for it. Row 4, interbank wholesale settlement. Here's where the e-CNY does show up. It's being used in cross-border bank-to-bank settlements through China's mBridge project, but so far, that's limited to a small club of participating central banks. By contrast, the dollar moves globally via SWIFT, Fedwire, and the Eurodollar system. Row 5, freely convertible. The dollar floats. You can exchange it in most countries without friction. The e-CNY? Not so much. It's tightly managed by the People's Bank of China. It can't be freely converted or exchanged offshore. Row 6, open market pricing in currency. Global commodities, oil, copper, wheat, are priced in dollars. That gives the USD massive reach. The e-CNY? It's not used to price anything on global markets. It's a transaction tool, not a unit of account. Row 7, politically neutral access. Now this is subtle but vital. The dollar, for all its flaws, is at least partially accessible in most places, until you're sanctioned. But China's e-CNY is programmable and permissioned by design. You need to be on good terms with Beijing and inside their firewall to use it. So what's the takeaway? The dollar is messy, decentralized, and everywhere. The e-CNY is clean, centralized, and locked in a diplomatic gated community. One is a global reserve currency. The other is a sovereign settlement tool with potential, but not yet escape velocity. So if you're betting on e-CNY as a retail revolution, don't. If you're hedging against swift risk with Enbridge access, maybe. But if you think this ends the dollar era, you're looking at pipes, not policy. Settlement, not supremacy. This is Flint West, reporting from the underground, where the real flows happen.